Definitely going to talk about him and Travis. So we know him and Travis Scott have had some tension. This started when fans started accusing Tory Lanez of biting Travis's style. Tory did respond on Twitter once, tweeting, "I can't sound like somebody I wrote for." He later deleted it, but we know there are still issues. He addressed it on his album. He said that they had a confrontation and they sorted it out. But unfortunately now, the footage of the fight has leaked, courtesy of World Star. Let's take a look.
Media made it whatever the fuck they want to make it. They want to make it. You're not the only person that they say on the show. You're not the only one. Look, days before this, I tweeted, I said, yo, my nigga, you a legend for making your song. At the end of the day, nigga said I sound like something, my nigga. I said what I said. If you felt the way and you want to handle it the way you want to handle it,
that's why we're here right now.
So I'm saying, what do you want to do, bro? You want to do? No. Are we apologizing, or are you want to shoot the fake, my niggas? I'm just trying. Everybody can get out of here. Every single person can get out of here. Literally, every person can get out of here, and we can shoot the fake, my nigga. And we can
get out. Niggas want to fight.
Everybody just get out of here, my nigga. Let's just shoot the fake. Yo, it seems like you're just trying to come at me, my nigga. I'm not for that, my nigga. I'm not for that, my nigga. I'm not for that, my nigga. We can shoot the fake right now. Not that. It's a man to man. It's a man to man, bro.
Y'all want to talk? I came on here, my nigga.
I understand. It's the way the nigga came on. Yo, let me holler at you, my nigga. It's like I understand what you're trying to do, but
there's so much to talk about.
Yeah, so let's go back to the.
We gotta get Southside. We'll get to the Southside.
We'll get
shit,
there,
right? Listen, watching that video, it's all about body language. By the worst cameraman ever. Okay, clearly somebody was sneak recording.
He was sneak recording.
But if I watched that video about 1,000,000 times because it had the line of the year for me. Okay, he says, "Are we apologizing?" Oh, we about to catch his fade. Okay, I thought, that's how you end a conversation.
Right.
That's how you drop mic and walk off. But if you watch at the beginning of the recording, number one, it looks like Travis tried to confront him about some shit. Travis wasn't really speaking too much, and his voice wasn't on some extra loud shit.
Yeah.
Tory's was. But Travis had like his coat halfway off, like even if he was trying to catch a fade, like he would have to be like, "Hold, let me take this off, play it." Yeah. Second of all, it looked like at one point, and you got to watch it real carefully. This is how much I was combing through the shit.
Yeah.
You saw Tory had his hands on Travis's shoulder. It's all about body language.
Yeah.
Confrontation. You have back and forth.
Sunning him.
And I think he was kind of realizing, like, nigga, did you pull up on me and you not about it? Now. Again, I don't know if Travis rolled up Dolo again. This happened in the music festival.
It doesn't matter.
He just came off stage. Travis got to come better than this.
Travis ain't confrontational at all. I mean, he wasn't.
If you pull up on somebody,
but you know what? I don't think he was pulling. Everybody can't take it as a pull up. It's a difference between going to talk to somebody and pulling up. Pulling up would have meant he had the same energy that Tory had. Now we all know Tory's a short guy. He's with the shit for real, right?
You got that Napoleon complex.
Absolutely. What I respected most when he said, "Yo, if it's a problem, everybody could leave and we could fight." Now, Travis was just like, "Yo," it seemed like he just wanted to talk to him about this shit. He ain't really want no confrontation. But the video coming out is some sucker shit.
No. Honestly though, I think that Trav thought like he was with it. Sometimes you see a nigga meet you at a different level. Trav was here. Tory came here. He's like, "Whoa, I wasn't even talking fighting. I just wanted to have like a heated argument."
He wanted to have
you know what I mean? Or you trying to fight?
But you hear his voice, his tone, like 85% of communication is nonverbal, like my man Beanie Siegel said. But you hear his tone, he never raised his voice once. He never really raised his voice. He just came at him like, "Nah, I'm about to go crazy on you." I don't think he knew it was a camera, so that's why you see it was genuine. But
I think in today's day and age, you always have to assume that there's a camera
rolling, right?
You always have to assume that. Yeah, sadly, I'm thoroughly entertained by this. I should be ashamed of myself. I watched it.
It was a funny shit. Yes,
I watched it 5 or 6 times. And to Tory Lanez' credit, if he would have gotten socked and dropped, it would have been even funnier because it's always a little guy who barks the loudest.
Right. So a lot of artists have issues with each other. Sometimes they don't even run into each other. Or if they do, there's no issue in real life. Are you guys surprised that Tory kept that same energy?
Not really. No. I'm not surprised about Tory, like, because I mean, he has that, like, the Napoleon complex, and he's never been quiet about being aggressive. Like he's had a little spats before in the past. Like he's not ashamed to get at a motherfucker at all.
I've listened to some Tory Lanez interviews over the last maybe 8 or 9 months, and he's spoken about people stepping to him when he was younger, leaving him out there, dealing with all sorts of sucker shit. So he's I guess we should say he's seasoned right now. He's not going for no bullshit, and he's the aggressor. Again, sadly, I enjoy this, and again, I'm so fucking bothered by people who can't film this shit, right? Come on, it's 2018. Hold the camera so we can see every fucking detail.
Right.
Yeah, I guess they're trying not to be too obvious.
Tory also blamed this on adrenaline too. He said, listen, man, I just came off stage. If you ever watch Tory perform, Tory is moonwalking and stepping on people's face. He's in a crowd.
Right.
The nigga don't use the stage.
Right.
So he's stepping on people's shoulders, people's faces. He's jumping up, performing shooters or whatever. So he come off stage and then
He was
Travis.
ready.
This told me a lot more about Travis Scott. I never really knew Travis Scott demeanor. Okay, I think with Tory we kind of see he's kind of very loud. He's out there. I think this told me more about Travis Scott. I'm not too sure if he was with a bunch of people when he pulled up on Tory, but it also told me that they probably thought he was going to act differently because you know what I mean. When Tory said everybody could leave, it looked like Travis looked around like, don't leave. What y'all talking about? Leave. No.
So what happened after the video went off?
Nothing happened.
Yeah. But so later when Tory talked about it on Hate to Say, he basically said they talked about it and realized music is more important than getting into it. But now that the footage is out, does that change anything? Do they have to have another conversation, especially with Southside weighing in and accusing Tory of dropping the video himself for promotion? Let's take a look.
Hey, somebody tell that bitch ass nigga Tory Lanez that shit out. We want all the smoke. Every bit of it, nigga. Ain't nobody trying to trap, bitch ass nigga. You stealing records or something, you hoe ass nigga. What? Hit me, nigga. Bitch ass nigga. Real Pyru shit hit us, bitch. Fuck you talking about, nigga. We don't gotta do no hoe shit, nigga, to sell records, you bitch ass nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. Tell that bitch ass nigga Tory Lanez hit us, nigga. We want all the smoke, all the phase call, whoever you wanna call, nigga. We in California on the regular, you bitch ass nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga.
Sounds hot.
Yo, I love Southside. The reason why I love Southside, didn't he win a Grammy? He's produced on like Watch the Throne before, didn't he?
He's produced big songs. I don't know if he has a Grammy.
I don't know if he won a Grammy, but I know he's
Probably did. He like the other Metro Boomin. He's
right. Like but he's always with it. He's always with it for whomever's on his team or whomever he's working with. He's never backing down from anything. So I mean, when it comes to the aggression part, I like it that everybody's keeping it at the same tone, but they deaded it eventually, right?
Yeah, so I don't know if this changes anything now.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Southside, and by the way, we saw when even Soulja Boy was going with his shenanigans. Southside, from what I've heard, that nigga don't play. Like, he's really a gangster, okay? Now, my only thing was this. And I love Southside, but it felt like he was jumping in defense of Trav when all Tory said is, you want the fade. It's a one-on-one. He didn't say, yo, all my niggas will fuck you up, or I'm gonna do something to you later, I'm gonna get something. No, it's like, you wanna go one-on-one because you got a problem, right? Now, I guess obviously he's addressing the fact that the video came out, right? And that's what the internet does, man. This shit supposedly was like 2 years ago, right? But when the internet started laughing at you, even if you got over, you might be like, oh, I really gotta catch a fade with him.
Right.
I gotta imagine that yesterday when Travis Scott woke up, he was changing Stormy's diaper, you know what I mean? Talking to Kylie Jenner. Then he saw this shit, that nigga was probably swinging in an empty room. He's trying to catch this guy.
But now, hang on, don't you think it's more instinctive of today's generation to just, jump up on the gram and say something without even thinking shit through? I mean, it just happens like that. I'm with people and they just automatically start filming shit. I'm at meetings, niggas are pulling out phones. I'm with girls, they pull out phones. I'm like, what the fuck? So I guess this was supposed to happen, but I don't think it's too out of the norm.
The timing.
What's that?
The timing. Tory's album just came out. Like, it makes Tory look good. Shit. Now people are saying, wait, the song on his album explains the incident that happened 2 years ago, and now we have the video.
Right. But now, look, like with Southside, you gotta remember, he's a gangster. When you a gangster, the thing that you hate the most is a person fucking with somebody you love who isn't. So I thought that with the video coming out, even though it's an old video, it coming out, he might feel like, oh, he doing this shit to try to chase some clout or some hits or whatever for his album. No, I'm gonna step up. Because if he's stepping up like that, he knows that Trav ain't with that shit. That's why he's trying to intervene like, fuck that.
I don't know if I can give somebody the title of gangster so quick who automatically puts their face to something.
That's another stance too. But you know what? We in a different day and age now where gangsters do a lot of stupid shit because you're leaving the evidence immediately as soon as you put your face on something.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Again, he just asked for a fade. He didn't say I'm gonna shoot you. So when y'all telling me Trav ain't with it, I'm like, he just say he didn't want to fight.
Yeah.
That's okay. All right.
Yeah, but you know,
And by the way, is Tory a gangster? Tory is 5'3", man. Tory is petite as a motherfucker, man.
I'm just glad that no guns were involved.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about, I'm gonna see you with the ratchet or the chopper. Because once that happens, then it's
a whole nother
someplace
level.
else.
Yeah, it's a whole nother level.
Well, you always gotta watch out for these little 5'3" niggas, man. Like they always they go crazy with the mouth, and they always trying to fight, win, lose, or draw. So
They got something to prove.
exactly.
Has something to prove.
So again, a civil conversation, as soon as the decibels get to a certain place, they want to fight. I think that's Tory.
Well, salute to
And,
everybody.
and by the
for
way,
that
if you saw the Henny bottle was there, the Patron bottle.
You really analyzed this.
Of course. It was probably off
Forensic.
the liquor, off the liquor, the adrenaline, and probably kind of seeing what it was. Like, nigga, you come here to confront me?
Right.
I don't got no shirt on. You got a jacket on that's halfway down. Let's go.